Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It was nice to see some familiar names, and if you're new to our program, want to welcome you as well. Welcome to the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Tax Workshops 2025 Registration Demonstration. I'm Lisa Patterson, Program Manager for the program, and again, let me welcome you for joining us today. Oops. So what I want to talk about first of all is how you can interact with me. Since there's many of you online, I want to give you a way to be able to communicate with me. So we have two types of interaction. One is to use the chat box. I'm going to ask you to use the chat box when you need to answer a question that is posed by me, the presenter. And you can find both the chat box and the Q&A box in the black menu bar on your screen. And so if you look on my screen, you see a picture of a man standing in front of all the light bulbs because the chat box is where you can share your ideas with me. And so use the Q&A section when you need to ask me a question. And so I have a little picture there of question marks to remind you to use the Q&A when you need to ask me a question. As we go along, you can post in the Q&A box at any time, and then there'll be places where I will pause and answer questions. And anything that's left by the end of our presentation, I will also answer questions at the end of the presentation. So just to kind of check in with you all, I have a prompt here at the bottom of your screen. It says in the chat to put a 0 if you've never attended one of our workshops, a 1 if you attended a workshop last year, or a 2 if you did not attend last year but have attended in the past. So I'm going to wait a minute so I could see your responses. Thank you. Most of you I see were here last year. I'm going to wait a minute. Thank you for those of you that came back after a break last year. That's great. I'm watching my screen just to see lots of 1s and 2s. Thank you so much for giving me some feedback this morning. I am recording this session and I will post it onto our YouTube channel. So as I'm going along, if you want to revisit this video, you can see it on our YouTube channel. I'm also going to be sending out the PowerPoint presentation. So that way you don't feel like you have to write everything down. You'll have the PowerPoint presentation to be a reference for you when you go to register. So our learning objectives for this morning are to use the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Tax Workshops website to learn about workshop information, to update or create an account in the web portal, to register and pay for workshops, and to view, save, and print certificates. So let's first talk about our website. Most of you have already accessed our website. I do have the website address located at the top of the screen. But the website, if you look in the emails, most of you are participants with our program. So anytime you receive an email, I always attach the website address. It's kind of lengthy because it has to do with agricultural economics extension. And so the easiest way to access it is just to click on it from one of our emails. But again, I did provide it at the top of the screen. So once you're on our website, you'll notice that we have navigation tabs across the top. So in the red box on your screen, you could see that we have several tabs going across the top, but I also have ways for you to navigate through buttons on the right. So you should bookmark this website so that you can find it at any time. So once you're on our website and you're ready to look at our workshops, you can click on either the workshop information tab at the top of the screen, you'll see it in red, or if you look for the IRS symbol where it says workshop information button on the right, then you can also access it here. Both of the tabs and the buttons on the right are available on every page of our website. So it doesn't matter where you've navigated, you'll be able to see workshop information from either the tab at the top or the buttons to the right. Once you're on the workshop information page, you'll see a list of all of the workshops that we currently offer. What you'll need to do is to click on the title. You see here on my example, I clicked on General Income Tax Workshop, and you'll notice that little arrow there, it points down to show you that a window has opened with all of the workshop information. You'll find the description, dates, agenda, continuing education credits, fees. Everything that you need to know is located in that window that pops open when you click on the workshop title. Now, we are required to put quite a bit of information, so it's a lot to scroll through. But if you keep going down the page, you'll see the next title for the next workshop. So you can either click the title again to close this window and then see the next workshop title, or you can also scroll down to see the next workshop. Every workshop title has a window hidden. By you clicking on that title, you'll be able to see the information that you need. So once you're ready to register, there is a big red button right there on the side that says register now, and that's where you're going to go to when you're ready to register. I'm going to pause at this time to give you an opportunity. If you have any comments at this point, that's why you see the two pictures there, the man with a light bulbs going off or the question icon. So if you have a question at this point, just a reminder, please add it into the Q&A section if you have a question, or if you have any comments about the website and how to find your workshop information. I'll pause just for a moment to see if there's any comments. Okay, so remember, you can continue to put questions at any time. I'm going to move on now to the next section. So here we're going to talk about updating or creating a web portal account. So let me back up just for a second. So once you've clicked on this Register Now button, it will take you to this page. And so there's some different categories on this page. You'll notice it says, welcome to our web portal. And it'll ask you, are you a previous participant or a new participant? A previous participant means you've taken a workshop from us at any time. That means you're already in my database. A new participant means that you've never taken a workshop with us. Okay, and so the reason why we're doing this web portal is so that we can keep all of your information in one place. And so, and I'm going to show you exactly how that works. But just so that you know, if you are a previous participant, you are going to have to set up a password for your account. So if you'll notice on the screen, it says previous participant, click forgot password. Okay, now if your email has changed since you took a workshop with us, you'll need to contact me so that I can reset it in the system. Now, if you are a new participant, never took a workshop with us, you'll need to sign up. And so you'll see on the screen that there's two different options. Now, your account, you'll notice in red that I highlighted for you, your account allows you to register and pay for workshops, view and print your certificates, and receive emails with the latest workshop information and resources. And so keep this in mind that you have an account, and it's going to give you a lot more flexibility over how you access your data. So we'll talk more about that, but just keep that in mind. So each participant has to use their account to register. So we cannot take multiple registrations from multiple people in one office. Everyone has to be able to log into the web portal and register themselves. So if you are a previous participant and you click forgot password, this is the next screen that you will see. It'll say password set or reset request. And it says enter the email address that you have used. So whatever email that you've currently used in the past, you'll enter it here, and then you'll click submit request. When you do that, it will generate an email to your account. Now, the email will be coming from tax.workshops@aceware.com. If you do not see the email, check your spam or junk folder. Okay, and make sure that you add this email to your contact list. That way you can receive any emails that are sent from this email address. So you're going to click on the link in the email to set your password. So here's an example on my screen. It says, "Hello, Lisa, we've received a request to set or reset your password. Click this link to set or reset your password." So this is a link that will be in that email message. And remember, it's a temporary link, so you'll need to do this within the next 24 hours of getting that email to reset your password. So when setting up your password, I've highlighted for you that your password has to be between 8 to 20 characters. It can be capitals, lowercase, numbers, special characters, whatever you prefer, but it has to fall into that range of 8 to 20 characters. So once you've typed your new password in twice, then you'll click Change Password. And then it'll give you this message, your password has been successfully reset, and to make a note of your password. Okay, and then you'll go back to the home page. Now, once you click on the home page, it's going to take you back to the beginning, and you'll have to log in with your new password. Now, as you go and you navigate through the web portal, at some point it will ask you to update your profile. So this is where we confirm that what I have in the database matches the correct information. So it's going to be asking you for your mailing address, for your phone number, to confirm. So most of this, if you're a previous participant, will already be pre-populated for you. You just need to confirm that everything's accurate. Make sure to check your PTIN number. Everything that's on this profile needs to be confirmed so that we make sure that we have the most up-to-date records. And then that also helps us to keep track of how many things that we would normally ask on an evaluation form, like how many federal tax returns do you do? How many farm tax returns? Instead of asking you these things multiple times, you'll do it once in your profile, and then every year just have to update it. So make sure, you'll notice here in red, that the fields are required. So make sure to go through every required field and fill out or confirm the required information. So you'll get down to the bottom, and it make sure that you're going to update your account. And you'll notice on my screen, I wrote, if you need us to report your CE hours, please make sure to check the box, report to IRS, CFP board, State Bar of Texas, whatever hours that you need reported, you need to check the box and make sure that we have your ID number in order to report those hours. And as I mentioned previously on the screen, you will not be asked these information questions on your evaluation form. When you click Update Account, you'll notice I have an arrow here at the bottom of the screen. You may get a pop-up window that says, let's confirm you are human. So please just fill out whatever it asks you to do and then click Confirm. So if you are a new participant, and you've never taken a workshop with us, you'll need to click Sign Up. When you get to that Welcome to the Web Portal page, you'll need to click Sign Up. And it's a very similar process. The only difference is you'll need to set up your email and a password at the very beginning of the profile, and then enter all your information in. And then when you're ready, you'll click Add Account. And make sure that at the bottom you click I agree to the workshop policies. Those are available on our website, and I did provide a link right there in this profile page if you need to review them. So I'm going to pause at this moment to see if you have any comments or questions. If you have a comment, you can just put it in the chat. Or if you have a question, you can post it in the question Q&A. I'll pause a moment and see if, I don't think I've seen anything else come up, but let me just pause. And again, as we go through, you don't have to wait till I pause for questions. You can always type them, and as I pause, I can always address them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next portion. So once you're in the web portal, you have several options to look at. On the left, upper left corner, you'll see the menu. And if you look on your screen, you see the word menu, and then there's 3 bars next to the word menu. Okay, that's if you click on those 3 bars, that's how you access the menu, and that will allow you to navigate anywhere in the web portal. So make sure that you pay attention to where that is, because you'll notice that it has listings like all courses, my account, my history, my cart, and so on. And it even has my contact information. So that is the main way to navigate around this portal, is to click on that upper left-hand corner menu. So if you click on all courses from that menu bar, you will see all of the workshops that we are currently offering. And if you'll notice, they are organized by date. Okay, so it has a begin date, an end date. And so when you're looking for something, keep in mind whatever date that you're looking for to make sure that you're getting the right workshop. I also have tried to include, if it's in a location, I've put Dallas or Houston. If it's a webinar, I put November or webinar in December. So I try to put some information in here to help you find the workshop that you need more clearly. So if you were to click on one of those links, like this one is General Income Tax Workshop Dallas, you've clicked on the title, this is what would come up on your screen. So you can look at this and you can verify, yes, these are the dates that I want. This is the meeting days and times, location, cost, and you'll see here at the bottom, if you need to go back and review the detailed information that was on our website, you can click right here at the bottom where it says description. There's a tab, and then you can click the page link where it says please visit our page. On this screen, you also see fees, location, instructor. So there's lots of information right here, but if you need that detailed information, you can click page and it'll take you back to our website. If this is the workshop that you're trying to register for, you've confirmed the dates, times, location, then you'll click the button Enroll Yourself. Once you've clicked Enroll Yourself, you'll see that it'll come up with the registration fee, and then it's going to ask you, how would you like your book? Okay, now the only workshops that don't have a book are the IRS Forms website, I'm sorry, webinars, and so that it won't ask you that question for those 3 workshops, the IRS Forms 1040, 1065, and 1120S. But all the other workshops do offer a book. You can order an ebook, a physical book, or both an ebook and physical book. And this is a required field, so you'll need to make sure that you choose your type of book before you continue. Now, keep in mind that registration deadlines end at 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay, so like if you look on your screen right here, that there's a regular registration fee and then there's a late registration fee. And so that kind of gives you an idea. All the deadline dates are posted on our website, and I will be announcing those in that announcement section on our website. But please keep these in mind. It's to your advantage to register early. Not only do you save your space in whatever workshop that you are trying to attend, but it gives us an opportunity to mail out your materials. Keep in mind that if you are ordering physical books, we do mail those through medium mail. And because they go through medium mail, it takes about 2 weeks for you to receive it. So I encourage you to register early. Also, that gives you the opportunity, if you're having any problems, that you can call me and I can walk you through the process. So I can't stress that enough, that it's to your advantage to register early. So once you've confirmed your workshop, you have your registration fee set, you've chosen your book. It says you have 2 options here to the right, save to cart or proceed to checkout. Now, if you want to register for more than one workshop, you'll want to click Save to Cart. If you're only registering for this workshop, or this is the last workshop that you want to add to your cart, you can go ahead and proceed to checkout. Okay, so you want to make sure that and you can always save to cart and then still proceed to checkout. There's nothing wrong with that either. But you'll want to make sure that this is in your cart before you go to checkout. So if you click save to cart, you can add more courses. Notice here it has 3 options: add more courses, clear cart, or proceed to checkout. So like here's an example. This person has registered for both IRS form webinars 1065 and 1120S. It has the total amount, each amount for the webinar and the total amount. Now, if I needed to go back and see any details, there is a show details button right there where I could check and see, make sure that this is what I wanted to register for. So you'll notice on the pages at the very top, there's a banner to purchase the optional RIA Federal Tax Handbook. Click here. Now, in the past, most of you are previous participants. We've always added the optional RIA Federal Tax Handbook. This is not a workshop book. This is an additional resource that some tax practitioners find helpful. So if you are interested in purchasing this optional book, you can either click on the banner where it says click here, or in the workshop listing, you'll notice it says down towards the bottom here, add on the 2026 RIA Checkpoint Federal Tax Handbook. And you can see here on my screen, there's a picture of the 2025 book because the image wasn't out yet for the 2026 book. But it will be the 2026 RIA Federal Tax Handbook. Okay, so if that's something that is a useful resource for you, you can add it. It'll be just like you're enrolling in a class to add it on. So when you click on the link, it'll look just like your classes do. It says add on 2026 RIA Checkpoint Federal Tax Handbook. And it has the date is December 1st because that is the absolute last day that you can order that resource. So keep that in mind. The RIA book is only available as a physical book, and it will not ship to me until late December. So it has to ship to me, and then I ship it out to you. So you'll receive it either late December or more likely early January. So let's look at what checkout looks like. When you finally add the courses that you need, you will click that proceed to checkout. So here is what it would look like. It says, please review the enrollment cart entries. And so you can see that here. And then again, I have highlighted here in red this show details. So you can see the information from here. If you're ready to check out, then you'll proceed here on the screen where it says name and address must match the credit card account information. You'll put your name, your address, city, state, and so on. And then once these fields are filled out, then you'll come here to the bottom where it says payment service. You'll click on payment service to proceed to the payment screen. So this is what the payment screen will look like. Notice that you will want to confirm the amount in the order summary. So you can see my arrow there at the top. That should be the total that you expect to pay. You'll notice I've highlighted in red that we accept Visa, MasterCard, and Discover. And so you're going to enter your information. And once you've completed that task, you'll click Pay Now. So if your payment is successful, then this is the screen that you'll receive. It'll say Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Tax Workshops, thank you for your payment. It will give you a reference number, an amount, and then you'll see a link that says return to merchant's website. And so you see my arrow there pointing to that. You'll want to go ahead and click that link, which will take you here to this summary screen. And notice at the very top, it says transaction completed. A notice has also been emailed to you. Okay, so You can print this out if you prefer, but a notice will be emailed to you. And here you see in full detail every workshop that has been registered for, the amount, all listed together. So when you receive your email, again, that email will come from tax.workshops@eSware.com. So you'll notice I've put a sample email for you to look at, and it'll list your workshops. And you can see with my arrows, it's pointing to the email address, it's pointing to the workshops. It will tell you that you'll receive separate directions for a electronic book. If you opted to either get both or an electronic book by itself, then you will receive a separate email with instructions on how to access your book. It'll have, mine says staff fee because I was testing the system, but you'll have the total amount on your confirmation email. And then, of course, my contact information. So all of this will be on your confirmation email. Now, if you do not see a confirmation email, first check your spam folder, make sure that it's not in there. And if you still don't see it, you can contact me and I will also send another confirmation email to you. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so let me back up. I had a pause moment there. So I put the icons again just to pause for a moment. Again, if you have a comment, you can put it in the chat, or a question, you can put it in the Q&A. If you have any comments about the actual enrollment process or any questions, I'm pausing a moment just to allow you to put it into the Q&A. Or let's see, I just noticed I had a question here. So Doug, you're asking, was this offered with the course originally at no charge? I'm not sure. I'm guessing that you're asking about the RIA book. So I just started with this program last year, so I'm not sure if it was originally offered or not. I know that the RIA Federal Tax Handbook is twice, if you purchase that on your own, it's twice the amount of what we can offer it to you through our workshop registrations. So hopefully that answers your question. And if not, Doug, please give me a follow-up question and I will be happy to answer it. Okay, so moving on then. So I want to show you some other features that are available with your account. So again, on that left menu bar that's in the upper left, you can see that it has My Account. So that first choice under Students where it says My Account, it will look like this page. The main reason for accessing My Account is if you need to change your profile information or if you need to change your password. So that option there under My Account will allow you to do those things. If for any reason your email changes, you need to contact me directly because that is something that it will not allow you to change. I'll have to do that myself through the system. So if at any point your email does change, please contact me directly. Okay, so that was My Account. And then there's also My History. You'll look on the menu bar. I put an arrow for My History. Also, if you're on the My Account page, you could click History. So you can access it either way, but let me show you what's really neat about My History section. So this is what the My History section looks like. It has 5 buttons that you can access: Current, Completed, Payments, Certificates, and Transcripts. So under Current, this is your current registration. Once you've completed registration, all of your courses show up here. Under Completed, this is where you see a listing of every workshop you have completed. Then we have Payments, which has your receipts, Certificates, which is what it says, certificates, and then Transcript is a whole listing in a PDF format of all the classes that you've taken. So let me just walk you through that really quick. So again, the first option was to, let me go back. the first button was current. So when you click the current button, you'll see whatever you're currently registered for. Okay. So it's just a listing of your current workshop. So if you wanted to double check and make sure your registration was valid, you could see what you're currently registered for here. Okay. The second button that was there was completed. So if you want to see a specific range of things that you've completed, you notice that there was a completed date range box that was on that main page. If you click clear dates, it'll show you everything that we have in our database. Even if you've been with our program forever, it'll show you everything. Now, if you just say, hey, I want to look at what I completed within the last 4 years, then you could put that range date in here. So it just depends on how you want it to filter the data, on how you set that date range. So set your date range and then click completed. And once you do that, it'll look like this listing here, where it has your workshops and the dates that you attended. Under payments, if you click the button payments, you'll find a receipt for every single workshop that you have registered for this season. Okay. And so the only thing that may be different for you is that on this page, it lists every workshop receipt separately. So you notice like I have 3 listings here, one for the IRS Form 1040, the RIA book, and ag tax issues. So I would have 3 separate receipts for these workshops and book. And so if you were to click on the receipt, this is what it would look like. It would have a description of the course and the amount paid. So from this page, you can either, at the top right corner, I've got it here in red, you can either print or save your receipt. So the same thing is true for your certificates. If you're looking for a certificate just from last year, you can set your date range for this current year, last year, or a bigger date range. Or if you want to see all of your certificates, again, you could click clear dates. So set your range and then click certificates. Now, if you're taking a workshop this season, I will let you know when your certificate is available. So these, for right now, you can only access certificates from previous years, but I will enable the certificates once I've verified attendance for this year. So once you see your certificate, you can click this button here where it says Get My Certificate, and it will pull up for you a PDF file of your certificate. And again, from this page, you can save and print your certificate up in the upper right-hand corner, just like you saw for the receipts. So here, the last option, the last button you could choose is transcript. And this is just an overall listing of every workshop, but you have this available in a PDF format that you can save, you can print. Again, for the transcript, you would want to set your date range for whatever you need, to a year, 5 years, however you need your history to look. So after you've navigated the system, and I didn't really put a screen for it, but you do have registration FAQs on here. So you can also reference that. But when you're finished with your registration, you'll want to log off. And so on the right side of your screen, you'll see your name. Like you could see mine on my screen. If you click on your name, it'll open up a window that says log off, and then you can click log off at this point. So I'm going to pause here just for a moment. Well, I think I'll go ahead and go on to the next screen. So just as a reminder, today's session will be posted on our YouTube channel. And so how do I get to the YouTube channel? I did put the address there at the top, but if you go to our website, there is a YouTube link. You see it at the far right bottom of your screen right now. That's our website. There's a YouTube link right there. You can click on YouTube and it'll take you to my YouTube page. And you can see the YouTube page here on your screen. This is what it's going to look like when you go to our YouTube channel. As soon as we end our session today, I'll be uploading this video. And if you need to rewatch it to take you step by step, this is where you would find it. And you'll notice that we post lots of videos here. We have commercials right now for every workshop that we're offering. And just yesterday, I posted a interview with one of our presenters, Scott Youngblood. He was interviewed by AgriLife today for either a press release or a feature article. I'm not sure which. So if you want to see that interview, you can also see that video here. To be notified of any time a video is posted, you'll notice that there's a subscribe button on the YouTube channel. And so if you click the subscribe button, then you'll get a notice anytime I post a new video. But here's where you can access lots of information that we're putting out on our website. And of course, we do have social media, and those buttons are available on our website as well. We're on LinkedIn and Facebook. So I encourage you to share our social media, share our YouTube to help us to promote our program. Oh, and as a reminder, also, I said this at the beginning, but I will be sending out the PowerPoint for today's presentation. So our learning objectives for today were to look at the website and learn about how to see the workshop information, to update or create an account in the web portal, to register and pay for workshops, and to view, save, and print certificates. I know that those are the things that are most important to you, but our web portal has so many more features, and I really hope that our goal here is to make it user-friendly so that you have less things to do when you fill out evaluations, and that you have more access to your certificates and registrations. So I hope that this has been useful for you. I'm going to pause at this moment. If you have any other thoughts or questions, I'm going to just wait a minute and see. I didn't see any additional questions or comments through chat, but I'll pause here for a moment. I'll be staying on for a few moments in case there's still any comments or questions. But I just wanted to remind you that I'm here to help. If you go through this process and you're like, I'm stuck, I'm not sure what to do, I don't know where to find, please call me or send me an email, and I'll be happy to help you. We are really looking forward to seeing you at our workshops, and anything that I can do to help, just let me know. I think most of you have the contact information, but I have put it again on your screen. You're welcome to call me at 979-393-0888, or my email, lisa.patterson@ag.tamu.edu. And of course, there's our website. You can scan the QR code, put it right in your phone. Just remember that the main way to contact me by email, or really the only way by email, is with my lisa.patterson email. That tax workshops email is only for me to send confirmations to you or emails to you. Do not put that one into your email when you're sent. If you need to email me, please use the lisa.patterson email. At this time, Susan asked, when will registration open? It is open now. Register now. Do it today. Yes, thank you for asking that question, Susan. I'm sorry I didn't make that more clear. Registration is open, so please register now. And I'll stay on for any more questions, but at this time, thank you so much for attending, and we look forward to seeing you soon.